What we're looking at here is a graphical representation of this year's schedule. The different colors represent our different network partners. So green for NBC, yellow for ESPN, purple for NFL Network, red and blue for CBS and Fox. And our jobs is to figure out how to fit the 256 games into this jigsaw puzzle in a way that all the television partners have an opportunity to generate high ratings, and all of the clubs have an opportunity to have a competitively fair schedule, and also a schedule that's fair to their fans.
What's the most difficult part to balance here?
Our biggest challenge is working around stadium availability. It doesn't matter how much we want to play the St. Louis Rams at home on Thursday night on NFL Network in Week 3, the stadium is not available. They're a tenant, the landlord is using it for another reason. You cannot play the Rams at home in Week 3. This is the manual way that we used to construct the schedule. If you could imagine all of these tags hanging down here at the bottom, we know who plays whom. All 256 matchups are known the day after the regular season ends.
You don't use this anymore.
This is more for posterity. We use it as a safety net. But in truth, the computers do 90% of the heavy lifting.
What kind of technology do you want to incorporate more?
Well, we're using a proprietary piece of software that we conceived and designed with a company out of Western Canada called Optimal Planning Solutions. And what their software essentially does is it looks like this. And it allows us to pick any one of these games or any one of these weeks or any one of these stadium blocks and write a rule. San Francisco at Arizona must appear on the ESPN schedule, but shouldn't appear on the ESPN schedule earlier than Week 5 or later than Week 12.
Is there any new technology that you're trying to incorporate?
What we're working on right now is decomposition. Right now what we have downstairs in our data center is a series of servers, high-end 40-core servers running 24/7, but each of those servers is working on a different scenario. So one computer might be working on Dallas at the Giants Week 1. One computer might be working on Philly at the Giants Week 1. One computer working on Washington at the Giants Week 1. They're all going super fast and they're all kicking back answers, but they're not talking to each other. What we're working on now is figuring out how to use parallelism and decomposition to spread the problem across all these computers, so that if suddenly the computer that's working on Dallas at the Giants is making great progress, it can grab the processors that are working on Washington Giants, pull them over to the Dallas Giants scenario, and we can work a little harder as we get closer to a solution over here. The joke that we always make is we liken it to when we elect a new pope and we're puffing smoke out of the Vatican. We come in here the day after the Super Bowl, because at that point you now know at least one site of one of your games. The Super Bowl champion opens at home on the Thursday of the following season. So the day after the Giants won the Super Bowl this year, we were in this room and we lock ourselves in here for 10 weeks. And when the smoke comes puffing out, everybody knows we're done.